What's crafting, guys? I'm with a Golem and welcome to my Let's Play series. Last time we built this wonderful, what the Desolator calls it, a lazy sheep river farm, or lazy river sheep farm, one of the two. I'll get there eventually. But yes, we built this thing and it's been producing lots and lots of sheep. Well, I'll quickly show you around it and see what we've done. So, as you can see, I've built a wall around these sheep. Now the problem was, they were falling off and they were escaping, which made it really hard for me to catch them. I had to lead them all up and lead them back to where they needed to be, which was quite frustrating. So this is going to have to be incorporated into the design. Obviously I brought the redstone thing needs to get moved, and you can see that everything is actually getting produced and these guys are going to grow up very soon. Hopefully, whilst we do the material gathering and the montage of the buildings getting built, because I'm going to build the foundations first with you guys so we know roughly where these buildings are going to go, and then we'll work it from there. So I have a plan. Now I don't usually plan these things, I usually wing them, but I couldn't think of an idea to build around this, so I'm going to bring the pictures up now and we're going to have a list of the stuff that I need to get. So these are the buildings that are going to be a sort of facade around the front of it, so literally everything is just going to be big Victorian-y steampunky buildings, but we've got very mixture of colours, so we're going to need some endstone, which means a trip to the end. We're going to need sandstone, birch wood, spruce planks, barrels, spruce, tuff, bone blocks, nether bricks, muds and lots of stone variants, coppers, whites, deep slates, you name it, we're gonna need it, because this is gonna be sort of where our workers would live, where they might not live, it depends, but I want this to sort of take up the whole of this room, so it doesn't matter if we build all these buildings just yet, but we'll work it out from there. So let's jump into a material gathering montage. Have actually moved the nether portal upwards, so it's a bit more hidden away. I actually went up next to the nether roof and I have built a system. So now I've got a couple of piglins to trade with a little system underneath, and this was the railway that was laid to bore out the tunnel. It's helpful because I should have lots of black stone, so I can take that with me because I'll probably use that. And I should have a lot of, because I did do this little storage system, we've got lots of netherrack, which I'm going to turn into bricks, which are going to come very, very, very helpful. We'll just double check what else we've got in these crates. I don't think I've got much more. There's the machine itself, because I don't want the same mistake to happen as last time. I think that's it. Basically everything that I'm gonna need from in here for now. I think I've got plenty of nether brick, because I only need nether brick for a small build. Got all my tuff. Just need to go get bone, get some mud, and I think we should have some birch wood just lying around somewhere. So we'll go find that as well. So see you in a minute. So after gathering the basics, I have a few bits and pieces now. Probably not the whole lot, because I'm going to probably need more bone blocks, and that's more trips back, but I'll have all that ready before we do the time lapse. Now we're going to start to do the shaping of the bottom. So first we're going to need some stone and the stone variants. So I'm going to start off with the corner. Now this is kind of a little pokey, like a pokey tower. It's going to be a square tower, which makes it quite easy because I like square towers. But I might actually make it a long thin tower, so probably go all the way back, so not a tower itself but a tower in sorts, if you know what I mean. So we're just going to do this front part first, and the front part is basically you've got so we've got two windows, two long thin windows. So we're going to go boom, one, two long thin windows there. Probably change the bottom ones up a little bit, but these go up probably about 7 high, and that is the start of the first sort of building facade thing. So I'm just going to place some here because this will give me the depth of how far I want the next building to go. And the next one is still stone. It's basically a small stone building attached to other buildings. So we're going to have this. I say it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 long, because we've got the door and 2 sets of windows. So we've got the door that's just going to go. We'll indicate it here, and we've got some tough bricks. I want some stairs going up to the door. So there you go. So we've got the first part, and these windows are lower. No, these windows are probably about the same height. Start at the same height as the door, or at the bottom of the door. So it's quite. I know it sounds weird, but we've got one window, and then we need another window, and this will indicate where the small building is at the side. So that's the first part done. We've got door, windows, and that's a small building there. Now I can already foresee where I'm going with this. It's going to get bigger. It's going to take up all this area down here, but we're going to do the next variants. I don't want to do stone this time because it's going to break up the area. I think I forgot to get the mud. I made all that mud and forgot to go collect it. So we'll indicate that with a bit of dirt, because dirt is as close as we can get to mud. And this is another one that sort of pokes out. It's a weird one because this one pokes out at the start of the first building, the first window. So it comes out. I think it's going to come out 1 this time rather than the 2. We'll sort this building out in a moment with with the actual blocks that I need it to be, but this is just going to show me what I need. This one has 2 windows on again, so we've got 2 windows. So 1, we're going to see if this translates 2, and then this goes back again. I don't think I'm going to do it back again. I think I'm going to put the building pretty much smack on the front. So we're going to go. We've got a door here, a big door. So we need to have double space there, and it's going to be a double door. So we're going. So there, and it's a 1 window this time. So we'll put some course there as well. So yeah, that is the second building. Sort of, I wanted it dipped back a tiniest bit. We've got a little bit of ground here which we're going to fill out, and then we've got a weird sort of tall tower type thing at the side. And I know this is probably gonna, we'll just literally just go through this and then we'll get ready for a time lapse, because this is going to take probably a while, and I don't think you want to sit down for hours upon hours watching me build. So I'm going to do this one. This is a diagonal sort of window type thing. So we've got to go down 1, 2. I think we're going to take it right up to the lamp. And it is supposed to have one big window, but because of the sheep farm, I think we're just going to take it back and make it as many windows as I'm going to need. So that's going to be fun. So we will do it as, so we do 1, we'll double it up at each end. And we'll see how this turns out, because this is the first part of the building. Now I know this is going to be a massive building. I don't know, this is going to be, I want this to be sort of the Victorian-y building side, but we'll keep this solid sort of stone, solid stone, solid spruce at the bottom, and then the window is going to pop out of that. And it's going to be quite a high window, so we've got a small window and then a high window at the side of it. And I know this is, if this is getting boring, I apologise, but this is how my brain is going to work with this build, because this is probably the most complicated build I have ever done, and I am not lying with that one. This has to be a strange build, because I want it to be tall, I want it to have all the detail that I need to have, and obviously I haven't got any crafting benches, So just going to do this. I hope this doesn't take too long. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I need to smelt it first. That's fine. What we'll do is we'll just place it in with this, because these blocks I can always replace, which saves a lot really. So once again we're going to go boop, boop. And I know this looks like a sort of, it looks like it dips in, so do you know what, I'm going to take it back one more, because I've already laid it out. We'll take this path, we'll go straight down, and what we want is we want a 1, 2, so we're going to have a door, a single door here, and then we're going to run a window here, and this is basically a very, very thin and pokey little place just on the corner. And you know what, I think I'll get rid of that and we'll incorporate that into it again, just so that we can have the look that we need to. Now the next one has tough bottom, and then this is the actual last part of the building, and we'll see what the general shape is of the footings. Is it the footings or the foundation or whatever you want to call it, because this is a big project. It's going to be big, it's going to work out, I think, but it's going to make this look more like a street. Now the footings or foundation matches up to this side, very similar style, so we've got to have a door there. Then remember the door, remember the window there, we've got another one here, but this is going to match up to the same colour, so we're going to have it come out 2, going to go across 2, across 4, because I want we're going to have a big window at the top. So we're going to have another window, but this one's slightly bigger, if I can actually build it. And we're going to take it up and back one more. And then we've got another big window there, and that is, I think, it needs to be one more up just to match the other side, so we're going to match it up there. So we've actually built the footings. I know that took a while, but it seems to work. This is the different colours of the buildings. So we've got obviously stone down the bottom, which has a long thin turret with bits and pieces which you will see in a moment. Then we've got the mud section, which is going to be the mud building. We've got the nether brick section, which obviously is going to be the nether brick section here. Which everything, there can be farms behind here, we'll work it out as we go along. We've got the tuff, which is going to lead on. And that is the fronts, and obviously we can clean up the paths as well. There are some parts that are matching up and making the paths look a lot smaller, but that's it. So I think now we've built all this in, I think it's going to be time for the first time lapse. I know I said time a lot, but let's hit it. So with that time lapse, I'm sort of left with this pretty cool street without a back. I still need to work out the backs now, but I've got the idea for the fronts, and I think the fronts look pretty cool. This is a case of layering. Obviously some of this stuff looks flat. I've got a little bit of depth just with the little sills knocking about. I wanted just to break the shape up, but we've got pretty much individual buildings now which are all connected to each other and pretty big. I really like these. These are looking pretty cool now. We've got different shades. Obviously we've got darks going into lights over this side. No clue why. I didn't do that as a design choice. I did it just as just me doing stuff, but obviously we've still got this sort of corner to do. I'm pretty happy with it so far. So but what I'm going to do is I'm going to do all the tiny bits, the doors, the windows. I'll get all those in, and then I'll bring you back once all that's done, and we'll have a proper look around so that you can actually see the vision that's been in my mind for quite a while. So I will see you in literally a blink. Bye bye. So to truly appreciate the build, we walk towards the Garrison pub and we see the buildings. Now these are just fronts at the moment. The sides aren't quite built yet because it's a lot of materials, it's a lot of buildings, and I just wanted to sort of give you this feel of what this street's going to look like. Now we can see all the different types and all the different bricks and stones and materials coming together in one sort of unison, steampunky villager city sort of thing. I wanted these to be probably the villagers' houses. These aren't obviously going to have villagers in, but it would signify where they would live in this area. sort of the workers at the factories, and I think it ties in very, very nicely. Obviously we have this sort of grey stone house, which I know it looks basic, but I've wanted to sort of snazz it up a bit. We've got mangrove signs and trapdoors and you name it. I probably stuck it on this build at some point. We've got all the storage, the barrels. I'll poke my head in there and show you what's actually on the inside, and nothing yet anyway. I think next episode I'll try and get on as much as I can, well, between episodes really. This one is the sheep and wool farm. On the outside, obviously we've done this sort of broken up the colours a bit with the deep slate. So we've got plant pots, we've got mine carts, like I said, you name it, we've done it, and I'll show you inside there in a moment. I also wanted to put this sort of grassy area, like things have been dripping onto the ground and created like moss, and that's sort of growing out of a minecart. Got nice sort of dark wood just to sort of break up the pattern, and I think the angles work quite well. And I also wanted the building to sort of be like, well, I was here first and the lamps were built afterwards, so it's sort of built into the building in a sense. We've got this building, which is just a little pokey thing, but I think it works quite well for where it is. It at the moment doesn't house anything, but I've started on the floors in there, so I'll show you that as well. We've got hanging signs just to add a bit of texture, and I think that works nicely. And then we've got this building, which is one of my favourites, to be honest. Didn't think it would be, but I've got the big cog and we've obviously experimented. So anyway, we've got the pipes coming out from the massive fans, and this goes up 4 floors, which is, so this is massive. But yeah, there's nothing on the back just yet. I think we've added lots of bits and pieces. I wanted this sort of pulley system. I don't know why it's there, but it gives me that sort of steampunk feel. And as we can see again, got nothing. Now let's just have a quick look inside the smaller building at the side. We haven't done much here, it's just the floor, and then it just leads over here so we can have a look at the sheep go around and get it bred. And then we can obviously see the back end, which is going to be encased eventually in another building. Now we come through here, and I know this is probably going to take a while, I apologise. Go through to the wool farm, and this is just the basic sort of interior that I built. It does what it needs to do, and whilst I've been building we have got this much. So it's an efficient farm, but it's not an efficient farm at the same time, but it's a good passive sort of thing going. Now guys, I'm so thankful that you've joined me on this journey. I know I haven't added much redstone. We've obviously just covered up the sheep farm, which, yeah, I think it looks pretty cool. It was a big build, and I think it's going to get bigger as I build, but it's tying the area together perfectly. So like I say, thank you for joining me. And guys, don't forget to smash the like button, please subscribe, don't forget you can comment anything and I will always try to respond. And we've also got the Discord, so feel free to join the Discord, as there's quite a lot of like-minded people like me that will share our thoughts, help you along the way, and we will always try to do whatever we can. And guys, don't forget to stay crafty. If you guys have enjoyed this episode, don't forget to check out my past episodes for more content.